Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Living for Today, and today's story is going to be about when the boogeyman is real. There's this guy, single father, worked hard to provide everything he could for his daughter. So the first chance he got to buy a home and get out of an apartment, he took it, and he found a modest home in a quiet little neighborhood kind of on the outskirts of everything, where he thought it would be a safe place for her to grow up. Nice big yard to play in, you know, a lot of kids in the neighborhood, school's not far away. She can actually walk to school in less than 10 minutes. And he figures, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted for me and my daughter. This is what I wanted for our lives. And just like you would expect a young child, when they first moved in, she had problems in a new home. She thought that the place was haunted, and she was constantly hearing things, and she thought that there was a boogeyman under her bed. So every night, she would come running out of her room to her dad and tell him that the boogeyman is under my bed. Can you please come get him? And every night, her dad would go in her room and lift up the blankets, and there was no boogeyman, and she'd give him a big hug and thank him, and she would go to bed. And this happened for a few weeks. Then one night, she came screaming out of her room and ran to him and said, "Dad, the boogeyman tried to take me in the closet." And again, he gets up, he goes into her room, he looks under the bed, he opens the closet door. Everything is fine, and tells her, look, everything is empty, shows her, no one's here, and says, "Sweetheart, it was just a bad dream, that's all it was, go ahead and go back to sleep." Well, the next morning he realized it was not a bad dream when he got up and went to his daughter's room to wake her up and realized she was not there. Windows were closed, no sign of struggle, nothing. But she was just like she had disappeared out of nowhere into thin air. So, of course, like any father, he's flipping out, just losing his mind in grief, running through the whole house trying to find her, thinking, maybe she's playing some sort of twisted game of hide and seek. So he's looking around the house, kind of like it's a game, saying, "Oh, I'm going to find you," even though he's kind of freaking out inside. And after flipping the house, he doesn't find her, so he goes back into her room, and he's just sitting on her bed looking around, and he remembers the night before her saying that the boogeyman tried to take her in the closet. So he goes into her closet, and he notices that the carpet is a little loose. So he pulls the carpet back, and there's a false door. A piece of flooring that you lift up, and there was a door underneath that they had no idea existed that led into a fallout shelter. Now, once he went down into this hole down these stairs, it led to a bigger door that was open to a giant fallout shelter. And about 60 feet through that shelter was another door that led out behind their abandoned garage that was already had fallen apart, collapsed in on itself, and needed to be removed. So he had no idea the fallout shelter even existed. So guys, ladies, if your children ever come to you and say that the boogeyman is coming after them, don't just stop by looking under their bed and looking in the closet. Check every corner. Pinch the carpets, make sure the windows are locked, shut all doors behind you so you can hear everything that's going on in your home. Because, yes, more often than not, it's in that child's imagination, but sometimes the boogeyman is real. Well, with that being said, I hope to see you again next time.